Hello and welcome to my channel and welcome into the brand new season of the NFL. This is the 2017 season and a new year for me covering my favorite team, the Green Bay Packers. I'm Frank Nitty. Thank you for watching this video. If you are watching, please hit the like button and show any support that you can. So the Packers' new season opener saw the Seahawks coming into Lambeau. So I'm just going to run through things that happened in the game and things I liked and didn't like. Firstly, both offenses looked like shit the first half. The Seahawks couldn't sustain a drive. The Packers would move the ball a little bit and then punt it away. So if you're someone that likes watching games where a lot of points are being scored and a lot of plays are being made, then you're not going to like this game very much. Point being, it was an awful first half for both teams. Aaron Rodgers threw an interception that was a pick six at first, but then eventually it was called back and then off a penalty that got one of the Seahawks ejected, which really didn't look like much. The offensive line also struggled in the first half in protecting Aaron Rodgers. I think the Seahawks sacked him 4 times, which that was to be expected with the release of T.J. Lang and Brian Bulaga not playing in this game. Overall, our offensive line, has only just gotten weaker through the offseason because, as usual, the Packers don't want to re-sign and pay guys, but whatever. Moving on, so in the second half, the Packers got a little bit more going. The run game was still not there for the most part. You're not going to run on this Seattle Seahawks defense. It's just not going to happen. So plays had to happen through the air. Packers' first TD came from a short run from Ty Montgomery after Mike Daniels strip sack. I mean, he had a hell of a game, man. That guy's an animal. I love watching him out there. Rodgers eventually connected with Jordy for a touchdown, and that did it for the most part, as the Seahawks really failed to get anything going for the majority of the game. They had one quick drive that they executed. It got down for a field goal at the end of the first half, which actually allowed them to get the first points of the game. We went to halftime completely scoreless. It was just 3-0. But then after that, the Seahawks would just kick 2 more field goals while the Packers would kick a field goal and 2 touchdowns. So that was pretty much the game for you. And then the Packers closed it out. I think the last drive they killed it for like the last 5-7 minutes of the game. The Seahawks never touched that ball again, and that's how it ended. 17-3. So I'll just say that the Packers offense just did enough in the second half to get us that win, but overall they still didn't look that great. So I say the best things to take away from this game is the W. No matter what, always be happy with a win, no matter how it comes. Especially, after watching us get eliminated last year, you always want to come into the new season watching us get that first win a week. Best things I liked was the effort from the D-line pressuring Russell Wilson and not letting him get it going. The Seahawks just have one of the most terrible offensive lines in the NFL, man. So it's not going to be hard getting pressure. It's not going to be hard trying to get to Russell Wilson and forcing him to scramble and have to make plays. But as far as our offense goes, we still got a lot of work to do to stay in rhythm and make more plays because, Aaron at the end of the day just played okay. Jordy Nelson was good. Randall Cobb made some nice clutch catches for first downs. Devontae Adams didn't do anything. Martellus Bennett caught a couple of late game receptions to close it out. So overall, I wasn't impressed by the offense. But at the end of the day, it's the Seattle Seahawks defense. So don't expect any type of great performances because obviously that defense is still nasty and they're still good. And obviously the best part of their team. The protection, I really hope it gets better, but I think for the most part, we all saw what will unfold for the remainder of the year with our weaker line, but who knows. On the defensive side, Mike Daniels and Nick Perry did excellent. The run game, the run D looks solid. We did give up a couple of runs here and there, but nothing too much. Eddie Lacy, he couldn't do shit. Every time he touched the ball, I think he lost yards. So anyway, I know a lot of Packers fans might be excited about how our defense performed yesterday, but like I said before, Seattle has one of the worst offensive lines in the league, man. And they have never had an explosive offense. They got Jimmy Graham, but they don't know how to use that guy. So I'm not trying to completely take away from what our defense did, but everyone sees the weakness in that team on offense. If this defense really is for real and they really are committed to getting better, then we'll just have to see that, and they're gonna have to get to play exactly like that against a great offense like the Falcons, which I don't see them doing. Not in Atlanta's house. I don't see our defense slowing down Matt Ryan offense in Atlanta at all. I don't see it. I further expect. I fully expect Matt Ryan to completely light us up, just like he did the last time we played them in the playoffs with these weak corners and linebackers. So I'm sorry to any Packers fan that might be watching, but don't get your hopes up. This is a defense that has not changed much, and I don't expect it to be any better this year. It still sucks as a whole, in my opinion, and they will be tested really heavy next week. If I'm wrong, then hey, my next recap I would admit it, but I don't see it. Anyway, go Packers. See you next time.